Hello and welcome to round one of this casual tournament that was held for my birthday.
Yeah.
And it's me, Rebecca Gillard, joined as always by Richard Walker.
It's me.
Hello, Richard. And on camera then we have Paul Geddes on the left playing Stark Greensight and Dan Mulcrone on the right playing Bara Fealty. So as I say, this was a casual tournament and basically the agendas were all randomly allocated to the players. There is only one agenda per player, so all the agendas are different for the tournament. And we had, I think it's 14 players in total. So we recorded quite a few games, but because of the casual and excessive drinkingness of the tournament, although we recorded a couple of games per round, not all the games were salvageable. So I've just got 5 videos here from the tournament, a bit of a sporadic mix. But, you know, there's not many tournaments going on at the moment, so this is just a bit of footage for you guys to watch. I hope that's okay.
I'm sure they're not going to complain.
No, it's all, you know, things to watch, innit?
Innit?
Innit, bruv?
Yeah.
Should we go for the setups?
Yeah, sure. So Dan got 2 Vanguard Lancers, a Bastard of Robert, an Iron Throne, and a Rose Road. He's playing Bara Fealty, by the way. And Paul Geddes is playing Stark Greensight. He set up a Great Hall, House Manderley Knight, and Great John Umber.
Seems fun. And we have plots revealed. So Dan has played At the Gates, and Paul has played Winter Reserves. I believe it's Winter Reserves, right?
Yep. Here it is.
Awesome. So we've just flipped a coin to decide on our first player, and it looks like Paul will be first. Dan there going to fetch Gates of the Moon with his At the Gates plot, which I'm sure Paul will be appreciative of. It means a bit of extra gold for the rest of the game. And then I guess it will be the Greensight flip.
Oh yeah, I always forget that.
Doesn't everyone?
I always go to pick up my card and then the opponent goes, Greensight!
I think Paul does that quite a lot.
It's just one of them things.
I like how prepared Paul is. All his little tokens and his gold and things down the bottom there.
Oh, Isle of Raven. He's decided to keep them.
Okay.
So maybe he really wants his Isle of Raven. I mean, doesn't look amazingly great value at this precise moment.
What did Dan flip over?
A Dragonstone Faithful. Chud.
Oh, I guess the Isle of Ravens can be more important, especially if Paul's only got 1 Isle of Ravens in his deck. Then maybe he didn't want to lose that.
If there's only 1 Isle of Raven in his deck, I'd argue that it's not important. But, you know, who knows? Maybe he just really wants it because he's going to be doing some dark sacrificey trick and want to be able to Raven them back into his deck so he can do Skagos.
I mean, sounds feasible, right? And it is the Stark way.
Always, the Stark way.
Although, I mean, he is Greensight, so maybe we'll see some interesting plot flips and, you know, cards included.
Yeah. I'm sure Dan wasn't devastated at drawing the Fealty card.
Yeah. There are worse agendas to have. I mean, there was literally... We didn't include the banner dragon and stuff like that. But yeah, it was pretty much every other agenda. So we had a Brotherhood, Greensight. Typically, Whammer, like, you know, the UK champion and whatever, managed to get flipping Prince It Was Promised.
Yeah, and typically, Richard Walker, the runner-up of National, got Lord of the Crossing. So, you know.
Yeah. Which you played... Didn't you play Crossing at Nationals?
Yeah.
Typical.
Easy mode agenda.
I know. I can't remember. I had Cohort. I'd never played Cohort before, so that was quite fun.
Is that why you lost all your games?
I didn't lose all my games.
Right, just checking.
Cheeky little shitbag. Anyway, you might see me on camera. I can't remember if I'm on camera or not. I don't think I'm on camera.
I think you're the only person who's not on camera.
Well, considering I lost half the games, there's several people not on camera.
Oh, you have Salador San.
Ooh, right. Remind me what it does again.
Salador San. Well, I don't know.
Oh.
I think of the reaction, you can kneel a location once a smuggler enters play, and then you gain that location printed gold. So he's knelt Carhold.
Ooh, car hold.
I think that's car hold.
Hey, wait. Car hold. You don't need to near it to do its action, do you?
No, but you need to near it to get 2 gold back.
Isn't car hold the one where people can't get power?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you need to kneel it? He gets your gold as well.
Salador does.
Oh.
Yeah, so
But
whatever
does it not
location.
work on limiteds?
Yeah, it works on anything. But maybe Dan wanted 2 gold rather than 1 gold.
Oh, so you know the location, get that location's cost.
Yeah.
So
The Great Hall would have got him 1 gold, and Paul's already marshalled. So yeah, Dan got a nice healthy amount of economy out. Paul's going to get +1 gold from his winter reserve next round, +1 gold from his Gate to the Moon, Dan's Gate to the Moon, and he also has Great Hall.
Oh. So Paul just played I'm No One on the what's that? How is that the Mormont dude?
Yeah, what is that event?
So Paul played I'm No One. So Dan played Consolidation of Power.
You can't do that.
Why not?
It's a marshalling action.
Maybe he did it in the marshalling phase.
But then why would Paul play I Am No One in the marshalling phase? So yeah,
Dan cheated!
So if that's consolidation of power,
It is.
which I don't. Yeah, it must be.
Yeah, because you kneel up to 4 strengths worth of characters and then give them a power.
Yeah, Manderley Knight is 3 strength because they're the winter plot. Or is that? Oh no, that is an Umber Loyalist. That one.
Oh, but that's what I was thinking about.
That's an Umber Loyalist. Yeah. So Dan played consolidation, which you cannot do in the challenge phase.
Oh, how much am I allowed to tease Dan about cheating within 7 minutes of the first round?
I mean, Dan the Bara Loyalist. You think he'd know better?
You'd think so. Naughty Dan. So military from Paul using the Great John, but Dan uses the remainder of his gold to put a hunting accident on Great John. So Great John will not be able to restand from winning that military challenge, and will not be able to restand at all, which is sad for Paul.
That is sad. Yeah, the consolidation play is quite important because could that mean Paul can push through and try and get some challenges through? Because he does the military for 3 strength, stealthing Salador.
Yeah.
Pushes the military through and Paul gets an extra card. He can also push through power doing the same thing.
Yeah.
So.
And he wouldn't have had to put the Great John into the challenge, so the Great John might not have even gone into a challenge and might still be stood and not have a hunting accident. So yeah, that could be quite an important play.
Yeah, because even if Dan does play consolidation in the marshalling phase, have Manderley Knight is also 3 strength, so Paul would just play it on the other one.
Yeah. Naughty Dan. Hee. I'm looking forward to teasing him.
Yeah, and he should be teased. He should really know better.
You sound like a cross uncle.
I am a little bit cross. I mean, Paul's unfairly screwed there. It's because a lot of the game's about momentum and tempo.
Yeah. And losing that I'm No One memento.
Yeah, so momentum. So he's lost the card. He's lost the potential 2 cards he would have got because he could have got those challenges through with the stealth. So, yeah, his option...
And then he would have been able to defend a challenge on the way back with the Great John. Even if it did then get hunting accidented, he would have still won the challenge, right?
Yeah, so Dan took a lot of momentum from that. It's funny how much tempo you can get from just one cost event.
Rationing.
Yeah, so that is each player... Well, players cannot trigger reaction to winning challenges.
That seems like a really weird inclusion to his deck, considering he's got the Great John.
Yep. Well, Great John's only valid for the first 2 or 3 plots, right?
So Summer versus Sir Davos here. And Paul did discard a couple of cards there for reserve, so he might be tempted to take the Summer to get Valaria back there. But no, he's going to get rid. Davos of the stealth is probably a bigger issue. And then drawing the 2. So Dan is first player this round. He's played Winter Festival. So as there is no summer plot in play, Dan will be able to get that 2 power at the end of the challenger's phase.
Yep.
He's marshalled a Dragonstone Port. And kneeling that, plus the Faithful. And paying a chunk of gold there. So it's going to be a big... Oh, Bob is out.
It's Calvin Bob.
Calvin Bob. And if anybody doesn't get that, look up Calvin Green. He just looks like this Bob, but the Bob's got more hair.
But
What's the location at the end there?
looked like Blackwater Bay.
You remember that one does? I always forget.
Yeah, you kneel it at the reaction to the challenge phase beginning. You can kneel Blackwater Bay to draw as many cards as your opponent has kneeling characters.
Oh, that's pretty nifty in a Bara deck.
It is somewhat nifty in a Bara deck.
Especially now he's got the big Bob dude out, because he'll just keep everything knelt. And then Dan just draws all the cards.
That's the plan.
Don't even need the red keep.
I think you would maybe run a one of the red keep. I think you either run 3 Blackwater Bay and 1 red keep, or vice versa, depending on how you build your deck.
Ooh, Wyman's out.
I wonder if Paul is running much in the way of attachment control.
Probably not. I mean, now would be a good opportunity for him to just sack Great John, get rid of the attachment, get a card, stand Wyman kind of thing.
I guess ever since Baratheon, the Barabok came out with Hunting Accident, I personally have put more attachment control in my deck. So my Greyjoy crossing deck that I play at National, I changed the plot for weapons at the door. Not ideal against Hunting Accident, but it makes them pay for it again.
Even though it's terminal, it still goes back to hand.
Yeah. Terminal means if attached character would leave play, discard the attachment.
That's a little bit sad, but like you say, it still means I have to pay for it again.
So in the start print deck I built, I've run Arya's Gift. I think there's a really good attachment control. Because my prints, I don't really want to skag off them because Renown.
Yeah.
Which you absolutely can use Skagos on all the other characters.
Yeah, seems like a good shout. I like Arya's Gift. A lot of people don't expect it as well. So Paul there defending the intrigue challenge from Salazar using Wyman. Dan there has knelt Bob and the the dude.
Which one?
The knight dude.
Vanguard Lancer.
That's it, the Lancer. I don't know why that went out of my head then. This is like Corset stuff. For a military challenge, which Paul can't quite defend. Killing Great John, okay.
Yep. Trigger the Wyman, draw a card.
And then, is there any Intimidate there? Does he have Intimidate?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this Robert only has Renown and a pretty cool ability.
Is Carhold out?
Carhold is out, but Dan had the Winter Plot.
Ah, yeah. I like how you saw my train of thought.
Might be why Dan played it so early, because he knew A, he wanted the gold, B, he wanted to get Bob out.
I imagine as well, when he saw that Paul played Winter Reserves as his opening plot, he must have realised that, and Carhold as well, he realised that Paul wasn't going to be running summer plots. So it's pretty safe just to put the Winter Festival out and get that early lead. And it's good gold, so that's always helpful. Got an intrigue there from Paul. It's going through unopposed. And claiming... Kingsgate.
Yep, which Dan would have been able to trigger next round.
Oh, so Paul's got another I'm No one.
Don't even consolidate that, Dan.
And doing the military, stealthing the Lancer. So that'll go through unopposed.
So this is the kind of momentum Paul should have had in the first round.
And then the power again, Stealth on the Lancer, which goes through unopposed and claim.
So the thing here, Dan decision with Robert in the standing phase. So he has the choice to keep all the locations knelt, which he might not want to do because his Blackwater Bay is knelt, and one of his economies versus Paul's Great Hall. So that doesn't seem particularly advantageous. He could keep all the 4-cost or lower characters knelt, which he loses the Dragonstone Faithful and Paul loses nothing, so that's not advantageous. Or all other 5-cost or higher characters don't stand. Now that impacts on Wyman and Salador, but Wyman can just, stand in the marshalling phase. Yeah, so Paul find the Winterfell Steward, he can play it, heal it to do something, play that, and then trigger Wyman to sacrifice the Steward and stand Wyman. So none of the options seem amazing, but that, I guess, is the problem against Stark.
Yeah, they do have a lot of stand. They do often have locations that kneel, so I think for Dan sometimes it'd be tempting to go for the location option, but when he himself has played Blackwater Bay, he's going to want to be able to stand that up and draw more cards, so he's gone for the 5-cost and above characters can't stand, so that keeps Celador and Wyman knelt. And at the end of the day, it still means that Wyman will need to, he'll need to sack a character to re-stand Wyman.
Yeah, it means Paul will need to use up his resources to get the stand. So he has to, find a character, play a card, and then spend the money for that card that he wouldn't normally have needed to.
Yeah.
So, you dwindle down the resources.
So plots then, Paul has played out a Winter Festival into Dan's Siege Preparations. So Siege Preparations is a plot where, dominance phase, you draw up to your reserve, I believe.
That's it.
So it's a good way of refilling the hand, but it's just delayed slightly. But sometimes that's nice. And Winter Festival will trigger because there is no summer plot out. So that'll give Paul a little boost.
I also built a deck around that, Robert.
Oh, is that milk?
Yeah, it is.
That's annoying.
Yeah, I built a deck around that, Robert. But the way I built it, I didn't put any Dragonstone ports in, or Blackwater Bay. I did put the King's Gate, so that way, if all else fails, you can just keep all locations now, because the only locations I have were King's Road, King's Gate, Rose Road, and Gates of the Moon.
Yeah.
So all economy that doesn't kneel. And very few locations, and if I did have locations, they wouldn't be the ones that knelt.
Is that the deck I played against you? And I was playing Greyjoy, and you just kept all my locations now, and I had about 12 locations now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, your Victorian didn't do a lot of work.
It's fine.
That might have been the public execution deck.
The spoiler video.
Yeah, one of the many little reruns we did. You had to play that game about 6 times.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
600 times.
I might possibly be the one person in the world who played that card the most.
I don't know, I'm sure the playtesters must have done something with it, right?
Well, don't think so. It's overpowered, isn't it? Besides, that's the meme. There aren't any. No one tests these cards. They just print busted stuff.
Is that how it works? I'll have to remember that.
Right, so why don't you tell us what Dan has played?
You bastard. Okay, so Dan has played a Maester Crescent. And a...
Acolyte of the Flame.
Acolyte of the Flame, yeah, that's what I was going to say. I can't remember what it does, so can you remind me?
Well, it doesn't really do anything, to be honest.
Is this one where you kneel it at some point to do something?
Beginning of the draw phase, you can look at the 2 cards you're going to draw and put it on the bottom of the deck if you wish.
How does that work with Greensight?
Greensight is the forced reaction.
Ah, okay, so that happens first.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Paul have played Winterfell, which doesn't seem amazing because it's going to get nailed forever.
Maybe.
Probably.
Depends
how desperate Dan is for cards.
Desperate Dan. I mean, I don't know if Paul maybe needed to get a few more characters out possibly, but then he might be trying to preserve his hand a bit, keep some things back.
Was Paul counting his gold that he hadn't actually collected?
I think he was just laying it out nicely.
Oh.
And a Northern Armory there as well, sitting on 2 gold.
So Dan...
And looks like...
Blackwater Bay for 1 card.
Yeah.
Which is good, actually, for Paul. Because that probably gives Paul a little bit more confidence that Dan's not going to keep the location. Now, it could have been a temptation, really, to use the Northern Armory straight away in the marshalling phase to stand Wyman and stop Dan from getting any draw triggers.
That's true, actually, yeah.
But if he had done that, that would have probably given Dan a greater temptation to keep locations now this round.
Yeah.
Because he could still use Blackwater Bay next round.
It's also very true.
Who knows?
Dan knows.
That's what I really like about this, Robert. It gives you some decision to make and will reward people who can make decisions better than others.
You look so smug.
Why?
Because you're considering yourself as one of those people, I think.
I am not.
So
I was just
challenge.
laughing because you're really indecisive.
Thanks, honey. So we have the power challenge coming through from Crescent and Bob. So Paul here considering... I mean, I guess he can defend it if he really wants to, if he uses the Northern Armory.
Yeah, so Dan gone in for 8 strength. Am I correct? Yeah, he's at 8 strength. What's the attachment on Robert?
Oh, I don't know, actually. Dan just saying no renown there because of Carhold. And intimidating Sansa.
Why? Who's got intimidate? It must be a Warhammer. So Robert must have a Warhammer on him, which gives him intimidate because he's printed strength 5 or higher. So
that makes more sense. I was wondering when he got intimidate.
That makes sense. Well, you were thinking maybe he had intimidate earlier.
Yeah, because I did, didn't I? Yeah, I was thinking, like, does this Bob have intimidate as well? It seems really strong. But no, it's the Warhammer gave him intimidate.
Yeah.
So Dan taking a bit of a lead here. And for the intrigue, Paul has decided that was important, so he's using Northern Armory to restand Wyman and block the intrigue challenge.
Interesting. I normally use Northern Armory for the swing turn when it's really super important. So like I might be tempted to use it on the power challenge, on defence.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but maybe there's something in his hand that he really doesn't want to lose, so... We have the military here coming through from the Mandalay Knight. Yeah. Which Paul wins, so just claiming the Vanguard Lancer there. And then a power challenge with the Amber Loyalist, and that goes through unopposed with claim.
So Paul's done quite well considering that early tempo loss where Dan jumped ahead. Dan hadn't really progressed that much further. His progress has been slow.
But yeah, I mean, Paul's really keeping up here, isn't he?
Dan's drawn a lot of cards, which again makes me wonder why he triggered Blackwater Bay.
Yeah, that's a point. But then Paul didn't trigger Winterfell this turn.
Nope. He did
so
not.
Looks like characters 4 and under are staying knelt, which means that Paul's only standing character is now Wyman. And the thing with Stark is generally they do have quite a lot of smaller characters, and then you normally only really find like Wyman, Rob, maybe Fat Cat as like the bigger ones.
I mean, this can work in Paul's favour. If Paul is running Ballad of Harris, which I think he would be.
You say that, but remember this is a fun tournament. So, and it's Paul who likes Jank.
Would you run? Paul will run a reset because he's not stupid.
I really look forward to Paul messaging you later and being like, I didn't run a reset.
Maybe we'll find out.
Maybe.
halfway through the video.
Yeah, still got a little way to go. So although they're both, really close and approaching that 15, obviously something's going to happen. So I've got Nothing Burns Like the Cold into Parley at Storm's End. So Parley at Storm's End is the one where you choose a challenge type, and that challenge can't be... is that the right one? Yeah?
Parley. Parley.
Olé. You choose a challenge type, and then until the next plot, you can't initiate challenges of that type. Whereas Paul has played Nothing Burns Like the Cold. So Dan's got a little bit of a decision here whether he wants to get rid of the milk or the Warhammer. The Warhammer obviously gives him Intimidate, and as Dan, looks like Dan's going first, Dan might want that Intimidate. But then the Milk and Wyman is quite important in that it stops the restand, it stops the card draw, so he might just need to risk it and lose the Warhammer, I think.
So Dan made the decision that the Iron Throne is not as important as his draw, which I agree with. Although it was nice for the siege preparation for the extra reserve. Blackwater Bay probably going to be more important round after round because he's not running a dedicated dominant deck.
Ooh.
You have the traitor from the Crown that I can see there.
Oh, thanks, guys. You're so helpful.
No surprises.
Ooh. Don't think it's going to do very much. Actually, that stops events, right? That stops events, doesn't it? Oh, that might be useful. And Fast Eddie as well, actually. If Paul can get Fast Eddie out, might be able to swing a bit of power gain there.
So what did they Greensight?
I don't know.
Cool.
I wasn't paying attention, sorry. However, I know that they choose Intrigue as the parlay thing.
Cool.
Oh, there you go. He even puts the token on. Very helpful, Paul, thank you. Okay, so on to Dan's marshalling then. He gets quite a lot of gold. He's got those 2 Rose Roads, the Gates of the Moon, plus the Dragonstone Port, 2 Dragonstone Ports.
Yeah, 9 gold. Wow.
Got plenty. And Paul, they're just anticipating any meanness from Dan and kneeling his Great Hall to help him out. He's got quite a lot of gold as well. I think he's got 8 gold there by the looks of it.
Oh, painted table and Iron Throne.
Oh.
He is running Dom Tech. So he's thinking he can keep characters out with Bob and just trundle along with table and chair.
Oh, I always hate seeing the table and chair together.
Why?
Because it's like, however much work you do on your side, in Dominance it's like a 3 power swing, isn't it? They go up 2 and you go down 1. And it's just really depressing. It's like you scrape a power off of them and they're like, ha ha ha, and just go and get all of that power. I don't like table and chair. Bloody IKEA sets.
Maybe you should play it more.
Maybe. I won my first ever store championship playing Bara.
Yeah.
Against
I remember
you
it well.
in the final.
Wasn't I crushing you?
Like
you were 13-4 or something.
And then I came back and smashed you.
I threw away Varus to reserve and laughed about it, going, "Ha! I'm not going to need this."
Like you literally did. Oh, that was fun. I think the shopkeeper thought we were mad.
We were mad.
Were?
Yeah, we're not mad anymore. We're adults now.
We're not mad anymore. I'm marrying you next week. If that's not mad, I don't know what is.
We're throwing veterans now. We're just hardened, grizzled.
I'm not grizzled.
You're definitely grizzled.
I am not as grizzled as you are.
I don't know.
Hey, don't look at me like that. I feel like you're inspecting my grizzled areas or something.
Inspecting my grizzled areas?
I know, I realised as I said it what it sounded like.
And what areas might they be?
I don't know, honey. Anyway, back to the game. What are they doing? Help. Is Paul marshalling? I think Paul's marshalling. Paul's marshalled a gate, I think. Is that a gate?
Yeah, the old gate. The old gate.
He's not actually marshaled a character yet, even though he did know the Great Hall earlier. But there we go. We've got Fat Cat there with 2 gold left over. So it's a shame that Ryman's knelt. Sorry, not knelt, milked even. Because being able to just sack characters would have been really nice to get that power gain on Fat Cat. And that would really sort of lurch him ahead a little bit. Ooh, Dan gets loads of cards though. 3 characters now. And Dan tries to do an intrigue challenge and Paul's like, nah.
Nice one, Daniel. Wow.
At least Paul remembered.
There's nothing worth doing for military, is there? So you might as well just do it. You're going to kill off something. It'll give Cat power, but whatever. Whatever. You're probably going to kill Sansa.
Yeah, she must be on a lower strength by now. But that military has to go through an oppose because Paul doesn't have any military icons standing. And oh, okay, he's claiming the Manderley Knight. I'm surprised he didn't take Sansa. Although I guess she does have the extra strength, because of Winterfell.
Oh, it looks like the other pile is his dead pile. But not the pile with all the cards in it. No, he might only have 1 or 2 characters dead.
Yeah, I think there's 2 dead characters now, if I remember correctly.
So Sansa is still on, 3 strength?
Yeah, I guess it's not too bad, is it? So a power then from Bob.
Just Bob, 5 strength. Paul can defend it, Cat's on 7.
But Dan's sitting on 3 gold. Maybe that's what he wants to happen.
Maybe that's what he wants you to think he wants to happen.
He's nearly Winterfell.
You're going to defend with 6.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. So the power has been defended, which is good for Paul, and he can push through a power challenge on the way back now.
If he wants to. I'm not sure it's going to be ideal.
I mean,
Dan's got a control lock now where Paul's in a tough spot, whichever decision he tried to make, because Dan has enough small characters on board to take advantage of that part of Bob. Bob himself will stand if the bigs can't stand, which means he would be a big advantage there. And so I think Dan controlling the character board.
Yeah, definitely. Dan's definitely in control of the game at the moment. Like you say, he's got a lot of choices in what he can do with Bob.
Not only that, he's going to force Paul to make tough decisions.
And that stresses people out, and when people are stressed, they make mistakes.
Yep, it's true.
So the other thing here, Paul is trying to work out how much each player has for Dom. So Paul has nowhere near as much as Dan for Dom here. So in his head, he's saying, well, I might as well do the power. Because, you know, he needs to slow down a bit and he's going to lose Dom anyway. But it is risky having a Nelt character against a Bara player with 3 gold. And there goes the hunting accident.
Yep.
So, I mean, Cat can just sit there and accumulate power. She doesn't have to stand, but obviously she has a big body if she is standing.
Paul's furiously shuffling those cards.
Yeah, he's not a happy bunny. So it's not unopposed, so Paul just gets the 1 power there. But now Dan will win Dom, which he was going to do anyway. And that will let him get a power for Dom, plus trigger the chamber, which, as we mentioned before, is a 3 power swing. Yeah,
so forced Paul to do the power challenge. So Chamber of the Painted Table would merely represent parity. Because if Paul doesn't do the power, then Chamber of the Painted Table eats away at his games.
So it'll be interesting to see what Dan decides here with regards to standing. I'd imagine he'd say that 5 and overs can't stand.
I would.
Because Cat can't... I know, maybe 4 and unders can't stand, because Cat can't stand anyway.
Oh yeah, hunting accident, right?
Yeah. So it would only be Wyman on Paul's side. Yeah, so I'd probably say fours and unders.
Nah.
No?
Well, I don't know. Fours and unders hurts him as well. I think I'd say 5 and over, because I mean the only person that doesn't stand is Salador. And the only person and Dan can deal with Umber Loyalist and Sansa because they're not exactly especially strong.
No, but it looks like it's gone for the chuds.
Yeah,
so chuds aren't standing. And it's still really close. I'm interested to see what Paul does here. Because like we say, it's a bit of a tricky decision for him. And he does only have the Wyman standing. You got any thoughts on what the next plots might be?
No.
Great. I mean, can you foresee a reset at this point? It might be good for Paul to play.
Paul could play a reset. It's not going to affect him too much. Although I'm not sure he'd want to play VD right now.
Yeah, because I mean, he'd lose either Cat or Wyman, and I know Cat's not doing anything, but she's got a power on at least.
Balon Morghulis doesn't help him. First Snow doesn't really help him.
It's a bit of a tricky situation, isn't it? All the resets aren't really going to do well. They're not, like I said, they're not going to help him, are they? But then they must be running a little bit low on plots. Do you know what plot we're on? Have you been following?
4.
Oh, okay. There's still a few options left then.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, Dan expected a reset, it seemed. Because otherwise, I can't imagine why he'd want to put so many things on the board.
No.
With all that money. So he must have expected a reset. And Paul just wanted to get rid of his dudes, get more cards. And Return to the Field is pretty good against Robert when he's knelt your characters, because you can switch those useless characters that remain knelt completely. But
I'm wondering here how
things.
good a move it is, though, because I mean he's only got 4 characters. Sansa makes sense to get rid of, but Cat, although she's like not able to stand, like if you sacrifice a character, leaving her there is better, surely, to gain the power. And then sacrificing the Amber Loyalist, you're going to lose 2 cards from your hand.
Depends if he's running BD and want to run it next round.
Yeah, I guess so.
Next round is actually quite good to play it now, because Dan's going to have so much gold, he might be tempted to play out more things.
We got there. What is that?
Could be Shaggy Dog against... I can't even see what...
Oh, that's Mel.
Oh, it is Mel.
Ooh. Yeah, I'd get rid of that, mate. I mean...
Yeah. What's our nickname for this Mel?
It's Sniper Mel, isn't it?
No, that's the other one.
Oh, I don't know. I thought this one was Sniper Mel.
No, the other one was Sniper Mel. It's been Sniper Mel for over a year.
Oh, maybe that's why I was getting confused.
Yeah, this Mel is...
Sexy Mel.
Sexy Mel?
Well, look at her. She looks like provocative. She looks like, you know, in Titanic, where Rose is on the bed and she's like, draw me like one of your French girls.
No.
It's like that kind of position.
No.
It is.
No.
Titanic Mel.
No. Titanic's about drowning in the sea. She's literally surrounded with fire.
French girl Mel.
No. What?
Paint me like one of your French girls. French girl Mel.
No, I don't like it.
Well, what do you call her then?
Mel.
You sound like you're meowing like a cat.
Mel 3.
Mel 3. You're a dog. Done there going first. Always played a Red Priest. Oh, I hate them as well. They're really annoying. Ugh. Just Bara in general.
They are annoying. I don't know how great they are. Because your opponent can play a lot of resets and just get the card back.
Yeah. I mean, it's something we discussed in a previous video, wasn't it? They're a pain in the butt. But at the end of the day, they're kind of like... It's kind of like looking after your cards for you kind of thing. you know, in the case of a reset. Oh, there's a lot of glare, Dan. That's sad. I think I spotted a summer.
Yeah. There's nothing quite like, you know, someone playing Red Priest against you, taking your Victarion so you can't marshal it. Then you Valar them next round, and you're like, well, I've got 2 Great Halls and some Medusa, I'll play out my Victarion now.
Well, Red Priest has just stolen Fast Steady, which Paul must be sad about because he would have been able to afford him. And that would have been a good way for him to rack the power back up. Ooh, a duped Stannis.
Well, if Paul is running Valar Dohaeris, that must please him.
Another gate. Yeah, but if Paul's playing Valar Morghulis, it's going to be sad.
Yes.
Wow, so much gold. Vanguard Lancer. Oh, Paul, your power's dropping dramatically here. What was the highest he got up to?
8, 9.
9? I think he was on 9, wasn't he?
Yeah, he lost power from the illegally consolidated Unbeloyalist and the 1 power on Cat, as well as that power just there from the Vanguard Lancer, so he was on 9.
Yeah, makes sense. He's playing Consolidation of Power on his own card.
Well, at least he remembers it's marshalling it now.
But he's marshalled so much stuff and only keeping 1 card in hand, so it kind of feels like Dan knows he's about to win.
Well, he had 1 renown character. He likely to win Dom and trigger Chamber.
Mm-hmm. And he can win a power challenge, can't he? So yeah, this is probably the end line for Paul. But we'll watch it through.
Actually, making the point about renown, Dan doesn't have a winter plot, so...
So no renown. Oh, a Rob! Maybe Paul is back in the game. And a dupe on Wyman.
No VD nits around them.
I think Paul is aware that he needs to
Get
think
shit
big.
out.
Yeah. He needs to really go for it this turn.
Cool.
Try and stop Dan. So he's still got 4 gold left. I don't know if he can marshal anything else.
Might as well just quit at this point. No point in torturing yourself any longer.
Oh, don't be so mean. He might make a comeback. Hey, look, you were just playing that Game of Thrones. You were just playing on the Iron Throne tonight, weren't you? And you were losing 13-4. And then you came back and won it.
14-4.
14-4. See?
Yeah, but I knew I was going to win it.
No, you didn't. You were
Yeah,
sitting
I
there
did.
saying, I'm not going to win this game.
No, I was sat there saying I'm 14-4 down. It might be finished then. But I'd already destroyed his entire location base. He had no location at the end.
Oh.
And I had like 12.
Oh, okay.
6 of them his.
He must have felt like kicking you.
Yeah,
So-
he did leave without a,
About a GG.
he gave me a GG and ran.
Well, at least he gave you a GG.
We were on plot 12.
That's a long game.
So, Dan's going to do a challenge.
He is. He's doing an intrigue with the Fire followers. Because Paul can only defend that with Wyman.
So he defends with Wyman, but that then jeopardises his ability to win the power challenge.
Okay, so military. I think the problem with Paul here is he needs to try and not let anything through unopposed. So
I think he might as well have let the intrigue go unopposed.
maybe. He kind of wants to lose this military so he can kill something and restand Wyman, but the problem is to do that he'd need to let it go unopposed. And you kind of don't want to let things go unopposed. Can he win the power challenge? He'd have, what, 10, 12... 15,
16.
16. So I guess he
Bob
could
and
win.
Stannis is 10, Salah is 3, and Acolyte of the Flame is 2, so that's 15.
Yeah, so maybe he should have just...
Unopposed it, kills Summer, triggered Wyman, then he would have won the power challenge. Dan would still have won with table and chair.
Ah, yeah, you're right. Okay, so the power, so Kneeling Winterfell, just in case. But yeah, Bob's got Intimidate, right?
Yep, he's got a Warhammer.
Ah, so that's sad. So Paul's not going to be able to do any challenges back, is he?
Nope.
Yeah.
It is GG.
GG in day.
Cool. Should we talk about what a lovely game it was to watch and thanks to our Patreons and stuff? Or do we do that after they do the formal handshake?
No, we'll do it now because the video ends really, really quickly.
Cool. Thanks to all our Patreon for doing things and allowing us to thank you. Thanks for watching this video.
Yeah.
Rebecca's tried really hard to put this video together so you can watch it and have some sort of content with some truly insightful commentary by yours truly. Thanks also to my mother for birthing me and bringing me into this world so I could get into this game and therefore get Rebecca into the game and bring you these videos.
I mean, we attended the first game together, but yeah, carry on.
But the biggest thank can be reserved for one person only.
Yourself?
No, you, of course.
I suspect you're up to something.
Oh no. Yeah, congratulations, Dan, for winning the game.
Commiserations, Paul. Thanks again for everyone for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so by going to patreon.com/the White Walkers.
Oh yeah, that's it.
We will see you for round 2.
Alright.
Bye.
Cool, bye.